Hello everybody and welcome to another brand new Doctor Who action figure review, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different and doing another kind of joint review on the brand new 12th Doctor figures from Series 9. Now these are the other two figures in the wave, along with the 10th Doctor in tuxedo, one of which is based on his appearance from Under the Lake and Before the Flood, and the other from The Girl Who Died. So as always, before we get on to taking a look at the actual figures, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So the packaging is exactly the same as every other figure. At the top here, if you'll excuse the price sticker, we have the current Doctor Who logo rather than the classic Doctor Who logo, which seems to be something which character have incorporated now. If it is a figure from the current era, they will use the current logo, whereas if it is a figure from before the current era, they'll use the classic series logo, sort of heritage line I think they're calling it. Moving down the box, you can see that same collector's series packaging design with the sort of diamond motif with the Starfield and clockwork, cogs and Gallifreyan text in the background. All the same information, such as the 5.5 inch 14cm scale collector series, the 12th Doctor figure down at the bottom. On the side again we have the Doctor Who logo, along with all the same information. And on the back we get a nice look at the figure, along with a rather extensive bio on the 12th Doctor. It almost feels like when you really need to reach the word limit on some form of essay, because I mean, this top paragraph here is on the 11th Doctor's death. This is on the time of the Doctor. Down here we have two paragraphs on Series 8, and then right at the bottom we have a rather forceful sort of paragraph on Series 9, which just writhes in sarcasm. Over here we have a quote from Series 8, along with the same information from the side and front of the packaging. The only difference for the packaging of these figures is the images of the two figures. Now we shall move on to take a look at the actual figures. Back here again, are we? Ow! Shit! Here it is. Thank balls I'd already got the other one unboxed. And so here we have the two brand new Series 9 12th Doctor action figures. Looking at the detail, the head sculpt is really bloody good, I'd say. Again, it suffers from the same issue of sort of, quite heavy paint applications, so quite a bit of the detail of the sculpt actually sort of lost underneath. But it is there. I mean, if you look at Affable Design Company, you can actually see the scans and the modelling for this head sculpt, which they did. So the detail is there. It's absolutely fantastic, actually. It's just a real shame that it's got quite heavy paint applications, but you can still see it. It is still quite clearly Peter Capaldi, and I'd say a definite improvement when compared alongside the Series 8 head sculpt. I think this one definitely does Peter Capaldi more justice, and also it's a lot nicer to see the longer hair. It's a much more recognisable 12th Doctor look than this shorter haired version. If we move down to take a look at the body, it has been recreated very well. Now this is the version of the Doctor from Under the Lake and Before the Flood. We can see here that he's wearing his black jumper with the it's got sort of white spots painted over it to sort of replicate that holes in the jumper, and his white t-shirt showing through. We also have the dark green hoodie here, also done very nicely, even with the little zipper painted on the front in silver. His coat has also been done very nice. This is actually a new sculpt. The whole of the torso is a brand new sculpt for this figure, even the coat. except for the arms. The arms are the same sculpt, but the body is very nice. The body is really well done. On the inside of the coat you can see we still have the red lining, this time a lot more accurate. I mean, if we bring in the Series 8 version here, you can see that the Series 8 figure, the red lining sort of stopped a bit too early, really. It should have gone right the way along the inside of the coat, stopped to the trim, which has thankfully been fixed on this new figure, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It's a lot neater than the Series 8 figures. They sometimes tended to be a little sloppy, but that has thankfully been fixed. You can see that on the arms they've even gone as far as to paint the little red button on each of the cuffs of the coat. Unfortunately there is a bit of paint bleed on mine on this side, but that's nothing major. If we move down onto the legs, these, again like the arms, are the same sculpt as the previous 12th Doctor figures. You can see that the legs on this variant are just a standard sort of black, sort of very dark grey, almost like a charcoal grey, but they have been recreated very well. It's been done very nicely. As you can see, we still have this lovely crease and wrinkled effect, which runs right the way along the figure, even on the hood, which is really nice. And this figure is incredibly well sculpted. The boots, however, are a brand new sculpt, and these have been recreated absolutely fantastically. They are really, really good. They are done really, really well. And it looks very impressive. They've even got the little tags on the back, which is fantastic. You know, all the brogue effect has been done really well. It might not show up terribly well on camera, but it has been done absolutely fantastically. We've even got this sort of dark tan here on the sole of the boot. So that looks absolutely fantastic. Only issue with this new sculpt is something which I'll bring up a little later in the video, but I'm sure you already know what it is. Going on to look at the version of the figure based on the girl who died, it's the exact same sculpt, just with different paint applications. The hoodie, instead of being done in a dark green, has been done in this sort of navy blue. We still have the zippers painted silver, and here you can see we have the white t-shirt with the patterning, which has been recreated very well. It looks really good. It looks really good representation of his costume in the episode, so that looks fantastic. All of the other details seen on the figure are still present. The red button on the cuffs, and something which I did forget to mention is the little gold ring has also been painted onto the hand of the figure. Unfortunately, this is where the Series 8 version is rather superior, as we can see the actual green jewel on the ring has been painted on the Series 8 version, but not on the Series 9 version, which is a little disappointing. But if we move down to the trousers, we can see on this version he is wearing his checkered trousers, and these have been done really, really well. I have to say, this is fantastic. It looks really, really good. The checkered pattern has been recreated really, really nicely. The trousers are done in a sort of navy blue with this sort of creamish checkered pattern done over the top. Now, in the promotional images, it looked quite garish, I think. It looked quite bold, but the trousers have been gone over with a dark wash, which actually works really, really well. I know that some people have complained about it, saying that it's not particularly ideal and they prefer it if it didn't have this wash. I really like this wash, to be honest. I think it makes it all look a lot more natural, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. Moving on to accessories, we can see that the 12th Doctor, of course, comes with his sonic screwdriver. However, this is not entirely accurate. This is actually his new sonic screwdriver, which he gets at the end of Series 9. Although I'm quite glad that they included this. Even though it's not actually accurate, at least we have the brand new Sonic. And, it's not entirely out of place to think that he'd wear these costumes again after he got this Sonic. So, I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy it's been done. The sculpt is absolutely fantastic. I think it's really, really good. The paint applications are lacking in some places. Missing bits of silver and copper around here and there. It's missing the 4 blue struts on the outside of the actual emitter. But I think for such a small scale, it's been done really well. The only issue I have with this new Sonic is it can be an absolute bitch to get him to hold it. I had a real struggle getting this into his hand. I had to put his hand into boiling water to soften up the plastic and then pop the Sonic in there, because it is really, really difficult to do. You can sort of see it on this one more, as I've only just taken this out of the packaging. I found it really, really difficult to get him to hold it, which is a bit of an issue, but it's just something with the new Sonic being quite so large and bulky. Moving on to articulation, the head can turn from side to side. You can probably do a full 360 if you force it over the hoodie. I wouldn't recommend that, however, as you'll probably take off some of the paint on the neck. The arms do a full 360 at the shoulder, and they also bend out to the side on the ball joint. There is a full 360 swivel at the biceps, bend at the elbow, full 360 at the wrist. The waist also does a full 360 degree turn. The legs can kick outwards and also go out to the side, however this is hindered by his coat. There is also a full 360 swivel at the thighs, bend at the knee, and then the boots can also do full 360, however it's quite stiff. Now then, this issue which I mentioned with the new boots, whilst they are really, really nicely detailed, unfortunately putting these boots on the same leg sculpt as the Series 8 figure means that this new Series 9 12th Doctor is bloody massive. As you can see, if we compare the Series 8 figure here on the right to the Series 9 figure on the left, you can see that the trousers and the boots were sculpted so that it looked like the top of the trouser was going over the top of the boot. However, for the Series 9 figure, in order to get the tags on the back, they've decided to sculpt the whole boot, and that means that the figure has been raised up, and so we have a much larger 12th Doctor compared to our Series 8 version. Now, the boots are removable, so I mean, I have tried this out. You can switch the Series 8 boots with the Series 9 boots, and this figure, the new Series 9 12th Doctor, fits in scale with all of the other Capaldis. He's a little bit taller due to his hair, but that's to be expected. So overall, whilst I do feel that the sizing is a bit of an issue with these new figures, I still think they're absolutely fantastic. And, you know, if you put them alongside, say, Clara, or the TARDIS, or the Daleks, they don't look too out of place. You know, it's really just with the other Doctor figures and sort of Cybermen figures that they look a little out of place. Although this is an issue which was highlighted by characters themselves, you know. Al Giwar came out and said that the Doctors, not all of them were actually tall enough, and neither were the Cybermen. But I think these figures are absolutely fantastic, and for $9.99 it is absolutely worth picking them up. They are available in Forbidden Planet stores. I'm not sure how many stores. I actually picked up the Under the Lake and Before the Flood version from Forbidden Planet in London, On Forbidden Planet's website, it's again the same situation as the 10th Doctor. If you pre-ordered these figures, you probably already have them or can be expecting them fairly soon, but these are in quite high demand, so again it's a first come first serve process really. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I shall see you again in my next video. What that will be, I have absolutely no idea, but thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you then.